guys, this is Kathy again, and today I'm going to show you how to make a really low point faux lasagna for a very popular weight loss program that uses a point system. So our lasagna today is only going to have 4 points. It makes a lot of food. It's really easy. I usually whip it up in the mornings before I go to work. It takes really about 5 minutes hands-on total. What I've done here is I've just went ahead and I sprayed this pan with olive oil spray. I chopped up eggplant. You could also use zucchini if you wanted, and I chopped up 3 baby bella mushrooms and part of an onion, and I put it on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and add some garlic, and this is vegetarian as well, so I like to save points by not eating meat, and I eat meat sometimes. And Italian seasoning. Another thing I added was some garlic and herb Mrs. Dash. So we're going to make sure all of this has lots of flavor on it. That's how you really get that good lasagna taste. And then we're just going to spray over the top of it just lightly again with our olive oil. We're going to put this in an oven I've preheated to 425. We're going to leave it in there for about less than 10 minutes probably. While that's cooking, we're going to go ahead and cook our tomato sauce on the stove. I've got a half a can of tomato sauce here. If you want to get the small cans, that's easier because one of the small cans is just enough. But they didn't have the organic version in the small can, so I got a big can. I'm just going to put that right in. We're going to put this down on about 4. It's good. I also have 2 pieces of string cheese here. This is 1 point string cheese, so this is 2 points. So far with your tomato sauce, eggplants, and everything, you're at 0. I like to slice this up. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I love cheese, so I like to save a lot of room in my diet for cheese. This cheese does not really melt that well. I like it because it's really convenient and it has a good taste, and I like having the chunks of cheese in my lasagna. If you don't like that, you can use some shredded mozzarella. I think the the fat-free mozzarella you can use for maybe 1 or 0 points. I really just like the way this tastes better. You could use a reduced fat or part skim mozzarella and probably get about 2 points also for probably about the same amount. I just like having these nice luscious chunks of cheese in my faux lasagna. Just going to throw that in. We have a 1/4 cup of ricotta cheese. This is not reduced fat or anything, and so it's 2 points for that. So we have 2 points for your ricotta, 2 for the cheese stick, and then we're just going to add our same seasonings to this. This is like a Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. We've got some garlic, Italian seasoning. I like to add salt. Some of you out there are watching your sodium intake, so you really don't have to add salt, but I like a little salt in there. Alright, so we'll be back in a few minutes. This is going to cook, and when the eggplant's ready, we'll be back and I'll show you how to put it together. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the eggplant out of the oven. The way you know it's done is because your eggplant will be nice and soft. You can sort of stick it with a fork. If you let it get too done, it gets just a little bit too soggy. It isn't really that good. So, I'm just going to add this. The sauce has been cooking. It's been just simmering. Stirred it up a little bit. It's the only thing I did to that is stir it up. So put all this in there. This makes a lot of food. You will be very full after this meal, and it's only 4 points, which is great. If you eat my 6-point pancakes on my other video for breakfast, you will only have 10 points by the time you're at lunch. You will have eaten a ton of food, and that leaves you 16 points at least for the rest of your day, which is plenty for you to have a glass of wine, chocolate, and a nice dinner later, which makes dieting really easy. Okay, so now we're just going to stir this up, and I'm not ready to eat this right now because I'm taking it with me for my lunch later, but oh my gosh, it looks and smells so good. So put this in here. You have all your elements of lasagna. You're missing meat and noodles, which is where all your points are, but this is where all your flavor is. If you didn't like cheese that much, I guess you could leave out the cheese and throw a little bit of meat in there if you'd rather have that. I prefer the cheese myself. And this is my lunch. I'm just going to take this with me. heat it up in a couple hours for lunch. So that's my 4-point faux lasagna. Thanks everybody for watching. Be sure and subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks a lot.